Here's the Fujifilm 10 to 24 millimeter f4 OIS zoom lens, wide angle zoom lens. Here's the lens hood that I will remove. I've been eyeing this lens for a long time since I've been a Fujifilm user, and I really like wide angle lenses. I like not just for shooting landscapes, but I like to shoot active portraiture shoots for it, and then when I'm doing video, I always like the wider angle of view of video. The first thing that I'm very surprised about this lens is how small it is for the focal range. Usually wide angle zoom lenses are a lot girthier, but this one is pretty small. It's even small compared to the Fujifilm 18 to 135 millimeter. So this is the all-purpose zoom lens that Fujifilm makes. And if you look at the size comparison, I would say the 18 to 35 is significantly bigger than the 10 to 24. Not just lengthwise, but girth-wise. The girth of the lens. This is a lot larger, as it should be because it has a longer zoom range, but usually the wide-angle zooms are girthier. But this one is a lot thinner, has a lot thinner barrel. Now if you compare this lens, this wide-angle lens, to other brands, so I also shoot with Canon and I shoot with Panasonic, and I have the wide-angle lenses for those brands. Here is the Canon 16 to 35 millimeter. This is the f4, also with image stabilization, and see how big the Canon is. This is for full frame. Then I have a Canon or a Tokina 11 to 20 millimeter f2.8 wide angle zoom lens, and this is for APS-C size Canon cameras. And you can see this lens is a lot girthier as well. This is a 72 millimeter thread mount. And then finally, I have my Panasonic system, and this is the Panasonic 8 to 18 millimeter f2.8 to 4 zoom lens. And you can see they're very similar size. The lens thread on the 8 to 18 is a 67 millimeter, so it's not as wide, but if you think about it, the 10 to 24 is for an APS-C size sensor. The 8 to 18 is for a micro four thirds sensor, yet these lenses appear to be very similar in size. The 10 to 24 weighs a lot more, and it feels more durable, even though this is not weather sealed. But if you just look at these lenses, they're pretty close in size. So I really like this 10 to 24 millimeter. It's a 15 to 36 millimeter equivalent in full frame 35. And it's an f4 all the way, so that means it's not going to be great in low light at f4. But with the image stabilization, I think that helps a lot here, that you can toggle on and off. And just like a lot of the other Fujifilm lenses, you can turn the manual or auto exposure, and then out of the three rings, the ring closest to the mount is your aperture, controls your aperture electronically, and it has clicks. The clicks aren't as loud as the 18 to 35 clicks are. I think these, on the 18 to 35 lens, it's pretty loud. But on the 10 to 24, not so loud, which is a little kind of good. It has a nice thick zoom grip. Oh, and as you can see, the lens does not protrude out, extend out from the barrel. It stays within the barrel of the lens. And then you have the manual focus ring, which is dampened quite well. It's not an easy spins forever. There is a sturdy play into it that it will get your more accurate manual focus. So now I'm going to mount this on a Fujifilm X-T2. This is a great size for a wide angle zoom. I just think this is a really great size for the X-T2. Fantastic. This would even be fine on the smaller Fujifilm cameras as well. It doesn't make the camera look too small. I think this is a great fit for this size of a zoom range, this size of a focal range. So I took this outside and I did a little test shoot with video. Now it's a 10 to 24 millimeter. I'm at 10 millimeters. $10mm. Let's go to 24. Back to 10. 24. Back to 10. I see that the lens, the focus is okay, the focus doesn't look like it's adjusting as much as the aperture looks like it's stepping down as I'm zooming in and out, even though I have this at f14. That's unfortunate. So this doesn't look like the kind of lens I can shoot and zoom at the same time without having this stepping down of the lens, the aperture. So far, I'm glad I used this. I took this on a photography shoot because I mostly use all my Fujifilm for photography, not for video. Although it does look good in video with this wide-angle lens, and probably good for vlogging if you do vlog with the Fujifilm. I don't think a lot of people do vlog with the Fujifilm X-T2, but if you did, this is a great, fantastic lens for it. But anyways, I was doing a photo shoot, and I was surprised at how sharp this lens is. And even though it was a 10 to 24 wide angle, I still got a great active portrait lens, and it was fast, the focus was great, and the image stabilization, very good, very nice. This is going to be one of my go-to lenses for my photography now. I'm very glad I bought this. I know that Fujifilm has now, or is about to release, another wide-angle lens. I forget what's the focal range of that, but I think it's like a 2.8 lens, and it's going to be one of their premium zoom lenses. But the 10 to 24, if you want something like this, so far this has been a great buy for me, and I'm just happy with it. I'm very satisfied.